Okay, I want to go ahead and go to our revelations today, and so here we go, and I want to go back to prayers again, okay? Number of daily contact prayers. 17 daily contact prayers, okay? 17 units, okay? And they are 2, 4, 4, 3, 4. That's how they're broken up into the Fajr, and then noon, and then middle prayers, which is 4, and then 3 is the early evening after sunset, and 4 is when the twilight is gone. So those are the, and so we learned last time how this actually generates the number of word God in the Quran and the number of verses that the word God has been mentioned. Okay? So today what I want to do is I want to go through this and assign primes to these indices. I take 2, 4, 4, 3, 4 to be the indices of primes 3, 7, 7, 5, 7. Okay? 3, 7, 7, 5, 7 is 17 times 2, 2, 2, 1. 2, 2, 2, 1 happens to be a super prime. And it happens to be the 67th super prime. And that's the number of words Salaat which is mentioned in the Quran. It's mentioned 67 times. Okay? And the word Salaat is mentioned 67 times in the Quran. And 17 is the number of daily units of contact prayers. Okay? Isn't that amazing? Okay, so we'll go and go on. And now we assign indices to these two prime numbers, 17 and 2221. We do that, we get 7 and 331. The number 7331 happens to be the 475th Gaussian prime. And 475 is factored out into 5 times 5 times 19. 5519 is the index of composite 6346. Note the above statement, not table. Okay. In the above bullet. Oops. Okay. Okay. 5519, by the virtue of being the index of composite 6346, generates the total number of verses in the Quran, including the unnumbered BismAllahs. Okay? Now we go to 1955. So we rearrange that instead of 5519, we call it 1955. We do that, we notice that this index of that composite 1955 is actually 1657. And 1657 in the base 19 is equal to 9127 in base 10. So it immediately generates the number of verses in chapter 9. So 1955 Quint Prime is 19521, and 19 and 521 are the prime factors of 9899, or 9899 is equal to 19 times 521. Note that 9899 is the frequency of Aleph plus Lam plus Mim in Surah 2, which is the first initial surah in the Quran. So it generates that too for us. Okay? This is all for some mathematics. These are for some numbers. And you can't do anything about this. We have to. This happens all the time. Okay? These relations are there and it happens all the time. This shows the magnificence and the power of this mathematics that we're talking about, because it's time independent, it's place independent, it doesn't matter where you are. These things exist. Okay? And now I just want to look at that bullet. 1659 in base 19 is equal to 9127 in base 10. One of the very simple observations that you make. 10th initial surah in the Quran is 19. Look at the subscript in this, 19 and 10. So it's already generate that. It already tells you what Surah 19 is supposed to be. Okay? Look at the number of digits in 1657. 1 plus 6 is 7, plus 5 is 12, plus 7 is 19. On the other side, 9 plus 1 is 10, plus 2 is 12, plus 7 is 19 again. Okay? And this is amazing. 1955 factors out into 5 times 17 times 23 with indices of 3, 7, and 9. 379 lonely Gaussian Prime is 9127. Again generating 9127. Again notice 379. 3 plus 7 is 10 plus 9 is 19 again. Okay. How many ways God is supposed to show us this? Hey, isn't that amazing? That we are here, as I said, after 1400 years. Okay? After 1400 years, we are witnessing all of these things in there. So we know that when we read the Quran, everything we read in it is the truth because of these facts that I just showed you. Okay? So why did I go through this? Why did I go to 37757? Okay? Why did I do that? Okay. Remember now, if I multiply 3 times 7 times 7 times 5 times 7, we are going to get a number 5145. Okay? That number 5145, okay, you know what it does? It actually generates the surah number and the verse number in chapter 44 and the surah number and verse number in chapter 59. And I tell you how it does. 5145 is a composite. Its index is 4459. Chapter 44, which is called The Smoke, has 59 verses. The same number, 5145, is the index of 5924, and chapter 59 has 24 verses. That number 5145 happens to be verse 5921 in the Quran. Chapter 59, verse 21. And remember now what that verse says. Had we revealed this Quran to a mountain, you would see it crumbling out of reverence for God. And these are the examples that God cites for the people. Okay? And that is amazing. Okay? Now, again, I want to stress this fact that 5921, okay, is actually 31 times 191. Factors are in tune. 31 times 191. The indices of these two primes, 31 is the 11th prime, 191 is the 43rd prime, 1143 is equal to 9 times 127. Okay? So if I want to talk about these numbers, the whole day I have to talk about these numbers. And we don't have time. But we are witnessing these things. Okay? And furthermore, you see this 475, I said 7331 is the 475th Gaussian Prime. Okay? All right. You know what 475 is? Okay? Again, we go back to the Quran. We go to chapter 19 in the Quran. There it is, Maryam. Okay, go down lower a little bit, and there we are, 475. You see that? 475. And that's in orange, this thing? Okay, so we come in here. Orange is sequential revealed verse in the Quran. 475. Okay? So that's where that number comes from. Okay, it comes from this because it has the so verse 19:1, which is all initials, Kaf, Ha, Ya, Ain, Sad. Okay, you see that? And that's 475. And then if you want to look at it a different way, okay, remember now that the numerical value of this, Kaf, Ha, Ya, Ain, Sad, is actually 195. And remember, 195, it happens to be the 19th Sphenic number. Okay, we talked about this so many weeks. We talked about that 195. How many different dimensions that? But anyway, so these all generate each other. So that number, that this 475 was assigned to this position in the order. So that makes sense to us. We are having a book which we are sure that it is facts, is the truth. There is no nonsense in it. Okay. And God, accordingly, He gives us more and more information so we can understand it even better. Okay, very well. I'm going to go ahead and stop here and we'll finish our Jama. Allahu Kabir.